we invite you to take in a different view of our city. From a bicycle, whether you ride for exercise, or for pleasure, or for means of transportation, we want you to ride our streets safely. Keep these tips in mind the next time you hit the road.
Bicycles are treated by Maryland law like motor vehicles. That means the rules you obey when you're behind the wheel also apply when you're on two wheels. Ride with the flow of traffic, not against it. The City of Hagerstown has several bike lanes along city streets. Make sure you're using them in the proper direction of travel. Also, please remember to obey all red lights and stop signs.
As a cyclist, it's important to respect both pedestrians and vehicles. Those cars and trucks around you are much bigger, so it's in your best interest to share the road. This is a mutual respect, so by law, drivers must provide a distance of at least 3 feet when they're passing a cyclist, but we suggest you ride defensively and expect the unexpected. Even if you're an experienced rider, a car may make the wrong move and create a dangerous situation. And don't forget to yield the right-of-way to pedestrians.
If you're riding in a group, make sure you're riding single file. You should leave about 1 or 2 bike lengths between riders. Never let your front wheel touch the rear wheel of the person in front of you. You will wipe out. Single file riding is also a courtesy to drivers as it's easier to share the road.
Wearing a helmet is just good common sense for cyclists, but is required for kids under the age of 16 in Maryland. Helmets should sit level and low on your head, but they should be snug but not too tight. To make sure your helmet is fitting correctly, hold your hand in front of your face. Your hand should hit the front of your helmet, but not your nose. The straps should not hang, but you should be able to fit 2 fingers under your chin. Check the helmet laws in each jurisdiction. They are required in some areas.
Know your hand signals. It's important to make drivers and other cyclists aware that you're making a move. There are hand signals for stopping, left turns, and right turns, which can be signaled 2 ways.
Left-hand turns should be done carefully since you're crossing traffic. As you're approaching an intersection and you want to make a left-hand turn, stay to the right of the center line. The idea is you want to be as far left in the lane you're traveling in. When there's a left turn lane, move across the through lane, then to the right third of the left turn lane. If there's just too much traffic, your safest move is to become a pedestrian. Simply get off your bike and walk it through the intersection.
When you're riding in a group, your voice can be the best defense for riders behind you. Be vocal. If there's something like heavy gravel or branches in the road, call it out loud and clear so your fellow cyclists can be aware of what's ahead of them. At intersections, don't call clear to the following riders. Each must decide for themselves if it's safe.
You also need to give a verbal warning to let pedestrians and other cyclists know you're about to pass them. Pass on the left when riding, and make sure you give a loud and clear, "Passing on the left," when you're approaching. If you're a cyclist who's being passed by another rider, simply let the rider go around you. It is also a good idea to slow down when you're passing another cyclist if you're going much faster than him or her.
Be aware of people in parked cars along the street. You don't want to ride your bike in an opening car door at any speed.
This warning goes both ways. People who park their cars on the street should also be mindful to look out for cyclists.
When it comes to riding, your wardrobe matters. Wear brightly colored clothing to make yourself visible. It's a good idea to find something that even has reflective material on it.
The City of Hagerstown has mapped out the Hub City Bike Loop, a 10-mile route that connects our neighborhoods and points of interest in our community. To check it out, visit the City of Hagerstown's website. Ride often and ride safe.